welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the garden. If you're new here, my name's Angela. I'm in Central Mississippi, Zone 8B. And today, as you can see, we're back in the garden. Been playing seesaw between the garden and the chickens lately because that's just the time of season that it is. They need their stuff tended to them. So right now I'm kind of covered in diatomaceous earth because I was just spreading that in their pen. So that way you got to have happy, healthy chickens to get happy, healthy eggs and happy, healthy uh, chickens to eat too. So there's the cutest little uh, hummingbird that is on my little fence right here at my hummingbird feeder, and it is so stinking cute, and they come here every day. Sorry to get off topic, but it's so cute, and I always try to get it on camera and never can manage to get it on camera, but it's just so stinking adorable, and I love them so much. But anyway, back to what we're doing today. We are going to be harvesting our calendula flowers because I need to get them drying so that I can have them for salve later in the season. I will also be adding them to some lotion and stuff like that as well. And I'm going to bring you along as I do that so you can see how I make mine. And my kids, my husband, lots of family, friends, and stuff, I give it to them to use, and they absolutely love it. So I'm gonna bring you along as I do that. Um, and I'll bring you in closer. All I do is I cut the bloom off the top of the stalk, and then I will take and cut the stem down to the first set of leaves that are on there, just because, well, the first set of leaves down from the flower head, because that will be where the sucker will come out with new blooms on the plant. So that way it'll make it be in continuous harvest. As you can see, I have a lot of them that are ready and a lot of them that are just starting to bloom. And then once we're done with this, we'll move over to the celery because I need to do a serious harvest on a lot of my celery because it's time to make celery salt, and I will be bringing you along with me as I do that. So in the meantime, let's get in here and let's go ahead and get these calendula flowers cut down. Just to bring you in closer for a view of what I was doing, once I clip off the head of the flower, it leaves a straight stem just like this. I just go down to the first set of leaves and clip it, because right in this little area right here, a sucker will produce where it makes new blooms. And let me give you an example of that. Here's an example right here. So I cut the main head off of this one, and then now, as you can see, it already has blooms coming in off the little suckers all the way down the plant. So this will continue to produce more and more blooms. And this is a good one right here too. You can see it, how the suckers are coming up with the blooms. Alrighty, once I have my blooms harvested, I bring them in here and I will stick them in this last layer of this right here. This is just an herb dryer. It does air drying for herbs instead of using a dehydrator. And as you can see on the top layer, I already have oregano, then I have dill, and then rosemary, and then now calendula down at the bottom. So I actually come out here yesterday and harvested a bunch of them. So I'm going to move all those back so I can add the new ones in. And then now I will take my new ones and just add them in there. And I will come out here every day and just continuously add them and try to shift them around a little bit in the bottom side so that everything can dry evenly. So, and then as they dry, I can pull out the ones that are dry. So set all these in the back. I'm just gonna throw them back some more, get them separated some so that they can air dry good. And then that's it. So this is my collection from yesterday and today. So these will be air drying. They usually take about a week to 2 weeks to air dry. I just come out here and check them as I go and pull them out as they dry. Alrighty, now we're going to move on and harvest our celery. There are two different ways you can harvest your celery. You can take and pull the whole plant out to and harvest it all at one time, or you can do like what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to harvest the bigger stalks from the outside just because that's what I use to make my celery salt. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to cut them with this and throw them in my basket. And the leaves and stuff, I don't really use the leaves too much. I mostly just use the stalk to make my celery salt. So I'll take the leaves and throw them to my chickens and they'll have a nice little treat today. So all I do is go through, go down and chop it at the bottom. These work perfectly for me. There's actually, to me and to my family, my husband couldn't believe the taste of the celery the first time he tried this. So to me, the stalks that come from the garden are actually a lot more flavorful than the stalks from the grocery store. So all I'm going to do is I am getting the bigger stalks from the outside because that's all I really want. And cutting them at the bottom. So I'm taking them and then just cutting the top couple of leaves off and just keeping the stalk. Again, the leaves I will take and throw to my chickens in a minute. So I'm just going to grab the stalks and I'm just cutting these back like that. So again, like this, and then I just cut it off at the little branch. This will go to my chickens and this will be what I use for celery salt. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on a quick time lapse while I get all of these celery through here harvested. And then I also need to check the root on my carrots while I'm at it. So let me get you on the time lapse to get that done. Alrighty, so this pile right here, I'm going to take over to my chickens. They'll enjoy the nice little treat of celery stalks. And I know, I can use the leaves and all that stuff too, but just me myself, I prefer just to use the stalks, and that's what I have in the basket right there. And then, like I said before, nothing goes to waste here. So the celery leaves and things that are right here, some of them will go to my compost bin, but the majority will go to give the chickens a treat right now. And I'll bring you along with me so we can see them peck at it. See? They love their little treats. The turkeys do too. Hey, don't be mean. Well, usually they talk to me. Now they don't want to talk to me. There. And there goes Jerry dancing. So yeah, so again, like I told you, nothing goes to waste. They'll come out here and enjoy their little treats. You even have a little turkey there. Had a little something. So they'll snack on this until it's time for them to go to bed. And they're happy. And I have my stalks and they have their treats. The hard life of a little homestead kitty, huh, Timmy? It's a hard life for you, isn't it? This little thing is spoiled beyond belief. So there's not a hard life for him. Alrighty, everyone, that's going to be it for today. We've gotten a little bit of harvesting done with the calendula and the celery, so that part's done. I know you saw in the drying rack, I already harvested the oregano, the dill and the rosemary. So I'm just letting those dry. I was just trying to get things done yesterday. So that was just the aim of it yesterday, was just to get it all done and be over with. So today we got that part done. We're letting it dry. And as everything continues and I get more harvest coming in, because believe it or not, I actually have baby tomatoes already and jalapenos. So I was really surprised to see that those determinate tomatoes that we put in a while back, they already have tomatoes on them, and several of my jalapeno plants already have little jalapenos. So we're about to get into the thick of the season, and I cannot be happier. I've planned this year to kind of be ahead of the game, and I think so far I've been ahead of the game. I have two more shade cloths that I need to get up. You see the one behind me here, and then I have one more right up here, and I have two more that I need to put up because, again, I'm playing ahead of the game this year. I have planned everything out. I've got my harvest set to where I have everything laid out and ready to harvest the onions, harvest the potatoes. So I'm just waiting for them to do their things in the ground. And once they're ready, I'll be ready, and then I'll bring you along with me. So until the next one, and again, I appreciate everybody who's following along with me on this journey. I'm just happy that y'all are here with me, and you can see and celebrate with me as we go through this. So until the next one, from my garden to yours, happy gardening. Y'all have a great one.